Cool. You're live. Welcome to Speed Gaming between Super Mario Kart Today for Super Nintendo. Between ICA Jet and onwagames. This is a round one of the GP 150cc tournament we're having. And yeah, hello to everybody in chat, specifically the man, the myth, the legend, Matt Mallard. Hello. Endanger Mall, of course. And this is a third place match versus a sixth place seeding, so this will be pretty close, if I had to guess. And yeah, so I think everything should be pretty straightforward. You'll see a lot of new boosting techniques. New is relative, of course. They're about 20 years old now. And I think Onwa will be playing rather straight up because I think he's using a Nintendo Mini. So different strat. So it's going to be really interesting to watch, I had to guess. And yeah.
Hello, Joey.
Hello. How are you? Also
I'm fine.
This legend, the coach himself. Yeah.
How are you doing, my friend? I see they are already going. And Onwa banned Star Cup, Soul, and Eric picked Flower Cup, so we'll start with Flower. I think out of the 3 matches we've had so far, it's always been like that. No, never mind. Jarmo banned Mushroom Cup. But yeah, we always started with Flower Cup, all 3 matches.
Interesting. Wonder what the reasoning behind that is. Is that to get out of the way?
I know that after I made that decision, I realized it was like kinda dumb because the execution on Choco Island 1 and Ghost Valley 2 is very hard to do properly, and if you go in the match nervous at all, which I always do, it's not the best decision to start with like 2 very hard to execute tracks. So yeah, it's a strat I will change in the future.
Not a lot of RNG luck here. What we'll be looking for a lot is mushrooms and feathers. Mushrooms are able to have a lot of long boosting, which is where you can wall stick, which you release the mushroom into the wall and you get a long boost. And especially on the Taco Islands, you can get quite a speed boost, and it lasts for a very long time. Every bump that you hit kind of extends the boost longer. But we didn't see any of that, so irrelevant.
Yeah, and Onwa, he drives mostly non-NBT, not using the mini turbos. So a track like Choco Island 1 is the kind of track that Eric can gain a lot of ground because there's a lot of driving off-road there.
Ooh, platform fall.
Yeah, Onwa going for the risky platform jump. Didn't pay off.
This is very interesting to see the 2 types of strategies used by 2 different players. As you said, Onwa not using any of the advanced techniques that we can do on original hardware, and he's relegated to only straight up pure driving.
Yeah, but that being said, he's very good with.
Oh, he's excellent, yeah.
And we have a question from Danger Mall in chat. He's asking if we brought you in as the item use expert.
Everybody who knows me knows I'm just a huge proponent for all item usage, and I don't understand why anybody wouldn't want to use them personally. I mean, it makes the game way more fun and interesting, and yeah, you're a fool if you don't want to use items. What's an A button anyway, right?
Yeah, I guess your favorite item is probably the coin, right?
Mine's the reset button, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a good useful. Oh, I think Onwa is
Onwa.
I can see that being the case because like he's wasn't part of the community since like a couple of weeks ago, and then all of a sudden he got a ton of attention from the SMK players whenever he's streaming. So I can see how that can be a little overwhelming from his side.
He's streaming though for the first time just now. He's a really solid driver. And I see that he's using some braking strategies on this hairpin right here, which I never do because I'm bad at this game.
Yeah, some of his speedrun.com PRs are quite strong actually. And he streams like almost every day, playing for quite a while. So, yeah, it's a good new addition, someone that we didn't know play the game at all, and all of a sudden he's joining us in the tournament, which is like it's
Yeah,
a
that's
big step.
perfect.
We have some like veterans in the community who won't join the tournaments. Not easy.
Yeah,
I
to come
see.
basically out of nowhere like this is it's always a welcome sight to have brand new players and jump to an extremely high level pretty quickly, especially on non-original hardware. That's gonna be even harder.
Oh yeah, I think that's a big thing. I can actually see him switching to original hardware somewhere in the near future, because he will uh, come to the conclusion that he can win a lot of time by doing the advanced mini turbo techniques that we've learned through what 20 years.
The NBTs are no longer N. Maybe we
Yeah,
should
the
change them to OBTs. Would that be more appropriate?
OBTs, old boost techniques. With that
And we got
be
a feather here for Eric on the left hand side here, so we'll see if he wants to use it for the very last lap, which I imagine he will, or if he uses it sometime before that.
Yeah, I usually go for the first corner feather here, unless it's on last lap, and then I try to go for that weird long boost, because I can't do the finish line feather. I'm not very good at it. But maybe he knows how to do it. I know Maul is a scholar on that specific feather. He knows the ins and outs, but I myself I can't hit it to save my life.
All right, here we go. All signs point to finish line. Here
Let's
we
see what
go.
he does. Finish like
Oh, a
ooh,
little too far right.
yeah, too far right. This will allow Onwa to catch up, actually,
Yes, it will.
because Eric also got stuck on the foams a little bit, and they're
Looks
basically
like
synced
Eric has
right now.
about a full lap though on him.
Oh
So
yeah, full lap. Oh, my mistake, my mistake.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were on the same lap. That would have been amazing, but
Oh yeah.
yeah. And up next is a track that doesn't give a lot of margin for big recoveries, so it's gonna be an uphill battle for Onwa.
Yeah, this is what Mario Circuit 3. Yeah. Very tough to win any time on an MC3 and MC4.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I think them being the last track of the cups, it's kind of a letdown.
Yeah, it's a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, I would prefer if they were like the first track on cups and leave something more open to swings on the last track.
Sure. You know, any track that has maybe a chance of a feather.
Yeah. Sorry. I have some leftover COVID, so I might cough once or twice during the broadcast. I apologize in advance. I
Nicholas Harvey on Twitch is the world you want to live in. So we're back to about an exact full lap lead again for Eric here. It was exact until he crashed twice, but that's
yeah.
okay.
Well, it was nice effort for both, but yeah, getting into MC3 with such a big advantage is very
Yeah.
very hard to come back.
So Eric takes the first cup. I don't actually know what the next cup is going to be. I guess we'll learn that in real time together.
Yeah, I'm talking with the players right now.
Okay.
We're gonna know shortly.
Yeah, MC3, especially in NTSD, the cornering is just very, very wrong. The hairpin, you almost have to go behind the pipe sometimes. Yeah, Onwa-san is playing on a SNES Mini, so his strategies are a bit different. He's more of a conservative, just tight cornering type of a race. Yeah, he's doing very well, all things considered. I didn't know how it was going to play out, but the fact that he's able to be within a lap is quite impressive.
I think if I played on a SNES Mini, I would finish like half a minute behind his time, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's such a huge disadvantage because you're not able to do half the things we're able to do in this game that we've been doing for a very long time.
Yeah, and
So
a lot of the times the NBTs they are not only like to cut, to get like a little shortcut. They always influence a lot the way you take corners because they change how the cart steers.
right.
So we're so used to how the cart goes when we are doing these empties that it's it completely changed what we do.
Yeah, if you're playing a different mentality altogether, every corner becomes different because you're not taking it the same way we have been playing it for 25 years.
Seems
No,
like
let's be real,
ready
20 years, not
to
25.
start shortly. And we will have special next.
Awesome.
My least favorite cup, but it's one that has a lot of margin for different tricks with feathers, with mushrooms, so it can be very,
Yeah,
very interesting.
Maul says don't forget to give Eric his point.
Yeah, I had
Hey,
forgotten.
there you
I just did it.
go. Thanks, Maul. You know he's counting you.
Okay, I'll be back in seconds.
Cool, cool, cool. Well, we have some time here. Looks like, oh, now they're in the rough. Onwa out to a bit of a lead. 9-10 seconds in advance. I think this might be a false start, but we'll see. We'll get it synced up, don't worry. Anywho, strong start for Onwa. Yeah, I saw it crash at the finish line at the very beginning. He ran to, I think, don't quote me on that. I think Eric's been playing this a lot for time trials, so he might be in the groove here for DP3.
Did I miss anything?
Just a bit of a head start for Onwa, but I'm not sure if that was intentional.
Well, I think his stream just...
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Ah, okay, they are... Alright.
Okay.
I think what happened is that on the first cup, he started a bit too late, and then
Okay.
people did the...
Yeah, it's all in sync now. I realize what
now
happened.
it's perfect, yeah.
Okay, we're good. All right. Yeah, thanks. Sorry about that. Okie doke.
No mushrooms?
Not a lot of RNG, but that's to be expected because we have an American playing,
An
and
American and
not a
a
French,
Japanese.
not a French or a Belgian player.
Yeah, what I get too, like, except for the last match, which I was very lucky, but I usually get what I called Brazilian RNG, which is just green and yellow items, which means green shells and coins and bananas too.
Don't forget those nanners, I was gonna say.
Oh shit. Yeah, this track
Yeah, this
is
is ooh,
something else in GP.
right. I'm actually kind of curious to see how Oma plays this. Okay.
From
Because
what I
without new boosting techniques, it's impossible to keep full speed.
Yeah, from what I remember, he just like he thanks the speed loss. He just accepts that he's gonna lose speed when crossing the river.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a water slide technique, but it can only get you so far.
Ooh, an Eric with a costly drown.
Yeah,
This track is very tricky. One or two mistakes and you can get stuck in CPU traffic, and it's not impossible to rank out here even at the highest level. It's
correct.
very, very tricky.
Unforgiving track, and Oma is gonna make up a little bit of time here. Is it good?
I think unforgiven is the perfect word for it. Oh, this is quite close.
Very close, yeah.
I know Onwa likes GV3 a lot, and he does the sometimes goes for the long boost technique on the zipper. So yeah, he could catch up here. I don't want to jinx him, but
It's good, and Oma gets the zoom start perfectly. So now he's currently in the lead. Well, actually, they're neck and neck.
oh, they are synced. This is beautiful.
100% in sync.
You love when that happens. Eric with the feather. I don't. I don't think I've ever seen Eric go for the finish line feather, so I'm guessing he will just go for the mid-lap feather. Although he's keeping it for a long time.
There you go, perfect. Nicely done.
Nice execution and great work staying alive there.
Yeah, that could have gone way worse. So about a half a track lead now.
Yeah,
Eric.
that's the RNG effect. They were
Yeah, no RNG for Onma here.
had horrible RNG the whole way, right? I don't remember him getting anything. Oh,
Yeah, nothing of note at least.
there you see the 4.5 second gain with that feather. It's basically what's the time difference between them now. And we go to this frozen hell. That's BL2.
Yeah, this track, nope.
Yeah, nope is the way to describe it. Although I've, like, at least on GP, I've learned a little bit how to play it, but on time trials, it's still
Ooh,
one of
and they
the
got
worst.
a drown for Onma.
Yeah, some
Hoping not the first of many.
water hits by Eric. You can see how this track can be like very problematic. There's so much that can go wrong here, pretty much everywhere.
Eric with the slowdown save strat. Not a bad call. Onwa with the second drown. Oof. Two
Yeah,
words that come to mind for Vinolite 2 are nope and oof.
hope and oof. Yeah, well, I think this will come down to Rainbow Road RNG. Because
I like it.
Onwa
Let's go.
is still on a feather range, and Rainbow Road is not a simple track. So can
All we
go
gotta do
so.
now is just pray for the RNG gods to be at least a little forgiving.
Yeah, I want to see 5 cups. I'm gonna say it right now. I want to see 5 cups. Sorry, Eric. I love you, but I want to go the distance. And the interesting thing about Rainbow Road is like when you are on the flow, you are going at full speed, and you have somewhat control of your trajectory and stuff. It's like it's it's a nice sight, but once one thing goes wrong, it's like a castle of cards. Like everything starts going down.
Yep.
And you get CPU traffic, and then you hit the tomb.
Oh,
Yeah, just as I say
and
that.
there's the there's the commentator jinx.
Let's see if.
Maybe it helps his RNG, and there's a fall for
Oh,
Eric. Okay, so it's not over.
yeah, and you will get traffic. Yeah. Yeah, but
All right, just
he's like.
pray for Mushroom, pray for anything right now for Onwa.
See.
Pray for a
Ooh,
feather
and Eric
especially.
misses the feather.
Oh no, that might be disastrous.
That could be it, actually.
Now all he has
Oh
to do is stay on the
God.
track.
Mm.
Oh no!
Ooh, Yoshi!
No, it's not enough though.
Oh my
Oh, and
God.
Onwa takes it.
Ooh, it takes it. Wow. Wow, that's insane.
That was a tight cup. Love it. Excellent match. Excellent match. Well,
That was great. That was
excellent
great.
stuff. Match isn't over yet.
Wow. You love those close call finishes.
Oh yeah.
And they seem to happen more often on Special Cup, to be honest.
Yeah. Obviously, most of us would be familiar with the was it 2016 JGDQ?
Oh yeah, no, that's probably my favorite. I won't say my favorite Super Mario Kart moment. I'm gonna say my favorite video game moment.
Wow.
Yeah,
High praise.
because like SMK is obviously part of my life, my video game life, and that to me is it shows so much of what the game is. It has everything in it.
Agree. I mean, it was one of the best races I've ever seen in my life. And yes, we're a little bit biased here because we're all Super Mario Kart fans. But yeah, I'd have to agree that's probably the best video game moment I've ever been a part of. And I was only watching live when it happened. It was an excellent race.
Yeah. Well, I think I might have exaggerated a little bit. Let's say it's in my top 3 favorite video game moments. Evo
The
moment
knockdown too.
37 is hard to 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 surpass. Point for own one. Thank you, Mo, for reminding me, because I'm an idiot. I think I might have given 2 points. No, it's just 1. And they go to Mushroom Cup next.
All right.
Oh, that last cup was so close. I still can't get over it.
Quite impressive.
And Yoshi almost trolled Onwa in the end there. I wonder if they're watching each other's stream. I don't like to do that because I get like extra nervous if I'm ahead. If I'm behind, I take way too much risk and it ends up backfiring. So it's basically a lose-lose situation in my case.
Yeah, it'd be kind of distracting, I would think, if I'm watching my opponent play.
Yeah, there's also that you're not paying attention 100% of the game.
Yeah.
I changed that like after the last tournament. Up to that point, I was like watching the stream and reading chat during the game, and I think the worst part was reading chat during the game because uh, there can be like 20 comments praising your performance. If there's one that says something uh, discouraging, it can have a really heavy effect on your gameplay. So yeah, no more chat, no more watching opponent streams for me.
It looks like Oma got a long boost here.
Yeah, I must have gained him like one and
So
a
one of
half.
the first advanced techs that he's been able to do in the first 3 cups.
Also, the first advantage is
Ooh, almost got sniped.
that was so close. It's not even funny. That pretty much like grazed the back of Bowser's head. There's a bald spot there now.
So that's runs by both of our runners here from MC1. It's the first track of the game, so it's not too much of a treacherous terrain to navigate. Did it pretty well, so 50 seconds and 49 respectively.
Yeah, the thing about Mushroom Cup is that it's so simple that a single item can sometimes make a huge difference, and you have to be very consistent and well, I mean, drive as well as you can to try and keep the distances short. But if you get, say, a mushroom on DP1 and you're able to do the Jesus mushroom, or if you get a feather on BC1, the cup is it's very hard to come back because everyone is so good on mushroom cup and the tracks are quite simpler. So
Yeah, there's no really big margin for error.
yeah, the items can be very swingy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm rumbling about.
You're good, man. Don't worry. Rambling is much better than my seconds and seconds of dead air. So we appreciate it.
The good old awkward silence. Eric showed the power of. Oh, that shroom's a little bit late. And Eric showing the power of the mini turbos is like flying around the track while Unwa has to go around the corners. Eric is just like cutting the grass everywhere.
That's one of the bigger differences that we're trying to explain about the technique that Eric is able to use that Onwa just can't because of the SNES Mini and the way it's set up. Just different controllers and just different techniques are possible the way that Eric is playing it.
I mean, it's probably possible on SNES Mini, but it's so much harder, and I'm not even sure if it's worth trying it, to be honest. Ooh.
Selfie.
The Shelfie by Onwa. The moment he fired that green,
Yeah.
that spot, if you are slightly tilted left, you can get away with that shot because it just goes directly into the void. But since he was a little bit straight, he just fired it.
And a missed feather. The things be going slightly off the rails here for Onwa, but that's okay. Still plenty of time.
Yeah.
DC1, if he gets enough RNG, he can get a couple of feathers and be right back in this.
Yeah, the problem I see right now is that like just one feather doesn't seem to be enough of a margin, but
yeah, he's quite the deficit right now.
Eric can get smashed by a thwomp or something.
Not that we're advocating for it. He wants selfie again.
Sure not. It's just that thwomps are actually one of the few elements that are truly random in SNK, and they can be very trollish. They can like go up and then immediately go down, and if they smash you on the way down, sometimes it throws you into the lava and can get out of control quite fast.
Yeah, you're never safe.
You're never safe, especially when you're trying to get the better lines here, which usually go either inside of the swamps or exactly under them. So uh, you try to go inside the swamps, but sometimes you are slightly off and you go under, and there's always this risk of getting smashed into oblivion.
One just smashed right into one. He didn't get squashed, but he definitely got full speed loss. And he's about a full lap down, I want to say. Maybe even a little bit more than that now.
I think lap and
Lap and a
third,
quarter.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
quarter. And one other thing that I think we didn't touch is that they are using the heavy characters. They have the best top speed in the game, but their acceleration is very, very bad. So every time they have one of these full stop mistakes, it's quite costly. It's the drawback of playing this kind of characters. You have a max speed that's like lightning fast, but you can't make that many mistakes, or you'll just be too far back.
Yeah, as you saw right there in the last corner for Onwa, it's just any full stop, it takes a very long time to get back up to full speed.
Yeah, we can see that he had like two full stops. It was like 3 seconds each.
Yeah.
That's that's like 6 seconds lost. It's more than the difference between Bowser and one of the lighter characters. So there's this risk and reward ratio that you have to take into consideration. We usually go in thinking that we will not crash, we will not hit anything, because that's the speedrun mindset, but we know from experience that's not exactly how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, things can and will go wrong on a regular basis. It's just, at that point, it's how well you're able to mitigate damage and put yourself into
Yeah.
damage control mode, which I'm not very good at all.
Yeah, there are some different ways of adapting. Like sometimes even mid corner, you have to change your trajectory, or when you're about to hit a wall, you can jump, and that like mitigates a little bit of the speed loss. So there's a lot of subtle tricks that we learn after 20 years, 30 years of playing the game that make a huge difference. This game is very punishing, as we said earlier. It's very unforgiving. So Eric with 731.
Yeah.
That's a good chrono. That's a good chrono. Respectable chrono.
Yeah, especially for one-player mode too. Two-player mode, you can probably save a little bit more time.
God. Did you catch on was 767?
757. So 2 cups to 1 for Eric over Onwa in a race to 3. So we're at match point now. One more cup to Eric.
Now we have to play Onwa's Band Cup, which is Star.
So a slight disadvantage.
Yeah, he doesn't.
The one he didn't want to play, now we have to play it.
He has to play and with his back against the wall.
You know, Pat Mallard, it's funny you mentioned that because I also vividly remember getting this game for Christmas in 1992. It was the thing that we played for that entire Christmas day, and then the next week after that, my sister and I would just fist fight over who was going to be Koopa Troopa. So very vivid, and it's maybe one of those reasons why maybe I need some therapy.
It destroyed many relationships, that's for sure. The funny thing is that the first copy of SMK that I owned was in 2005. I didn't have it when I was a kid.
Wow, really? Unbelievable.
I played it a few times. I loved the game, but I never had it.
When did you join the Time Trial Players page?
I joined late 2005.
So the same year. So you joined the year that you physically bought a copy of the game. That's unbelievable.
Actually, I found out about the game, about the rankings actually, and then I contact Oliver, which was like the highest ranked Brazilian player, and I started playing at a friend's place who had the game, and I started getting very interested in it. And then another friend, he had a copy, and he said, "Oh, I don't use it anymore. You can have it." And then he gave me the copy, which is the one I use to this day. And then I
Nice.
bought a SNES from a friend for like $10 or something,
Wow.
which is also the SNES I've been using since then. And that's when I joined. I'd been following for a few months before that, but yeah, that's basically when I joined. And I found this website because I was searching for some random glitches, and then I came upon David One, the
Yes.
glitch god,
Yes.
and then I saw that there were some glitch times on SNK, and he was ranked there. And then when I was scrolling through the ranks, I saw that there was this Brazilian guy who was like sixth at the time, sixth or eighth, I don't remember exactly. It was right after he got his first world records on Ghost Valley 2. And then I said, "Oh, cool! There's this Brazilian guy who plays this game." And then I started talking to him, and then with Carlos, with Alencar, and it's all all in the history books from there on.
Yes. So awesome.
It was
And
very
with
random.
Brazil being such a big, like, how many meetups have you had with fellow Brazilian karters?
Well, with Alencar, we lived in the same city for like 3 years, so we would meet like a lot. And we had one big meetup at my place, which was me, Alencar, and Carlos, which is and Oliver, of course. And then I met Oliver two other times, and Carlos another time. But yeah, we had like two or three meets of at least four players. But it's like we were like high caliber players, you can put it that way. At the time, I met.
One track down. Sorry, maybe we should go back to the thing at hand that we're supposed to be commenting on. But sorry about
Yeah,
that.
well, just another quick
Sure.
going down the history lane. Uh, at the point that I had a meeting at my place. It was me, Alencar, Oliver, and Carlos. If I remember correctly, I was second in the rankings. Oliver was something like fifth, and Alencar was eighth or something like that.
Wow.
So you had like some very high skilled players, and the thing we did the least was play Super Mario Kart, to be honest. As most meetings outside of the CDM, I guess that's how they go.
Amen. Father here. We'll see if he's able to make up some time. I think Eric's got a pretty healthy lead, and Onomo doesn't have full speed yet, but maybe he can make up quite a bit.
Yeah, you can make a
Did that
bit
trigger
better.
the lap? Okay, good. Okay.
But, Star Cup, what's usually is the turning point of the cup is Bowser Castle 3. Basically, nothing you do up until Bowser Castle 3 matters.
I don't know. I mean, Vanilla Lake 1, this can go very wrong, very sideways very quickly. At least for me.
Yeah, I can understand why people hate this track, but
You've had a lot of success with this track, though, so perhaps you're a bit
the
biased.
thing is, the track loves me, so I can't help but like it a little bit. But yeah, I can understand why people hate it. There are some very poor design choices for this track.
I mean, were the ice blocks 100% necessary? That's really my only quibble with this entire track is the fact that you can play it pretty perfectly and still get kind of full stops every so often. And by perfectly, I mean within a window, not the exact perfect driving line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Ooh, the shelfie. That will be very
Another
punishing.
selfie.
And one thing that makes absolutely no sense in Vanilla Lake 1 is why do they have the pipes?
Right. It just seems like a poor design choice for. Because I think Vanilla Lake 2 is an easier track, even though it's not easy at all. But it's of the two, I'd pick that one over Vanilla Lake 1 all day.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a gun pointed at my head and someone said you have to finish one of the two tracks in under a minute, I would
I just
totally
say shoot
just
me.
let
It's
you
no, shoot
every
me.
day.
I would take that third option and say it's been real, folks. Shoot.
Finish it, do it quickly. Save me from this torture.
So here's BC3. We'll see if RNG gods are paying attention to what needs to happen here, and Onwa can potentially make us some time. Well,
It's
that's
getting
that's
like
a start.
good items in the wrong tracks. Like I've seen he get like a lot of mushrooms on BCs,
Yeah,
then he doesn't get them on the CIs or the or VL1 where it's useful.
right. I mean, the mushroom only saves like what 0.3 seconds at best.
And Eric is driving this very solid.
Yeah.
He's been on pace for like 121 or something like that.
Well. Ooh. Oh
He's
man.
getting Guilherme Arantes.
Yeah.
But
Well, Eric, don't be too mad at us when you listen to this rebroadcast. It was all Gas's fault. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, I'm gonna take blame for that one. I wanted to make it like a closer Star Cup in the end. Sorry, Eric. And with a very solid PC3, 126. I take 126 every day of the week,
Yeah,
to be honest.
all day. Just unfortunately, he's down by quite a bit, and Mario Circuit 4 is known as Mario Circuit 4 for a reason,
I heard a
and
different one
so
today, Mario Circuit Snore.
that's a good one. Either way, it's very sleep-inducing.
I think Eric might have Onwa's stream up because he took that hairpin very safely, and he usually go for like wall hits on the hairpin and things like that, and he's playing safe. So
Well,
yeah. And by the way,
more
that's not
risk.
against the rules to have the other players stream up. It's just that some people, like myself, as I mentioned earlier, prefer not to do so.
Sure.
But I have a feeling that he does have Onwa's stream up.
Well, I say to keep this match going a little bit, maybe he should sandbag, and we can have a
Yeah,
round
let's
5.
let's check if he's listening to us. Eric, if you're listening to us, stand still for like 10
Just
seconds.
press the brake, man. Do it. Do it for the love of all,
Give us
for all of SMK.
some adrenaline.
Come on, buddy. Make this interesting. I know you want to win, and that's fine. Seems like he's ignoring our pleas for some sanity.
Come on, Eric.
Come on, Eric.
Friends.
Be the better man. Let's go. Ah, boo.
8-0-0. Very
Well,
solid
GG.
start cup.
GG to Eric. He wins the match 3 games to 1. 3 cups to 1, I should say. Onwa, a very respectable showing, of course. RNG just wasn't on his side, and that was going to be the deciding factor if I had to say one thing, is that spirit driving can only get you so far. At some point, the RNG gods have to be on your side. And since we didn't see any really game-breaking feathers, it was kind of, he was at a disadvantage from the get-go.
Well, he did get the feather on CI2, but at that point I
Yeah.
think he had already crashed like a couple of times, but still very nice matchup between both guys.
Yeah. Very good showing from both people. Very consistent and solid driving all around. Great display of skill, of course, and yeah, I mean, what else could you want from round one of the Speed Gaming tournament? So as we close out the stream, we want to thank everybody for being here. I know it's late in some parts of the world, especially for my Brazilian friends. Thank you for staying up and doing commentary with me.
Thank you, Joey, for having. I'm not sure if we're gonna have an interview or no.
Sure. I mean, I'm game.
We know if we can have them.
You can go for the wall hit. I heard you.
I'm trying to contact the.
Also, shout out to Maul for helping us out with the points and for also staying up pretty late. What is it, like 3 in the morning over there? Maybe later. I think it's like 4 in the morning, right?
I think the players should get an invite. Let's wait a little bit to see if they can join. I see Eric in the other channel.
Nine. That might be an eighth of a of a round for Super Mario Kart.
I think he has to click our channel, and I'm not sure if we can just like drag him here. Move to, yeah, I can. Let me try and do this. Eric. I'm not sure if you can hear us or if he's muted. Maybe we are having some technical problems like Gyro had.
Quoting Billy Madison. Never mind me. He can hear us. Cool.
He can hear us?
He can talk. He can talk.
I can't hear him.
I can't hear him either. But he can hear us, and that's the most important part of this.
It's all about us. He can hear us, it's fine.
We don't really want to hear what Eric has to say. It's more what we have to say about what Eric did.
Yeah, like very solid performance by Eric. He had the better luck in the end, I want to say. But he still had the better execution, so yeah.
Yeah, very solid, very consistent, and yeah, I think aside from a couple of mistakes in there, nothing too game breaking and nothing too much that was going to put him in a deep hole to dig himself out of.
When Onwa pulled up the fight, I mean,
absolutely,
it was a very close special cup, but still, taking one cup from Eric is, I think it's more than I'll be able to do whenever I play Eric. So he's gone from the channel.
We're gonna try one more time with Eric and see if we can get some audio mishap squared away. Eric, how are you today? Seems to me that something is amiss. Maybe we have to like activate him or something? Nah.
I see Ona is also trying to join us. But he's not getting any closer, it seems.
This is going great.
Oh, and
well, yeah.
I don't think that's how it should work.
Doesn't seem like we're gonna be able to have an interview, but that's okay. let's just put a bow on this one and call it a night. What do you think? You me, Rumpus?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the way to go. I'm sorry about that, guys. We couldn't get them to join, so that will be it for us today.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Hope
much,
everybody
Joe,
had fun.
for
Thank you.
joining.
Yeah, thanks for entertaining us and being the professional that you are. I was not able to do any of the scoring or anything, and I just was talking into a microphone, and I hope I did an alright job.
You did great, man, as you always do. All
I
right,
appreciate
thank
it.
you guys, and see you all soon.
Goodbye, everybody.